So you could completely customize your controls in PUBG Mobile now, and people are so good now. Like I know the best mechanical player in North America, Sam. I met him. So I got good enough at PUBG to actually go to a PMSC. I forget what it stands for. It was like it was legit. They flew us out. It was like semifinals, and then the winners of that got to move on to global finals for $600,000 cash pool. And we met Sam. Sam, that's his like game username. He's like this Korean from Canada, and he's just godly playing with 5 fingers on a freaking phone and full gyro. like we all thought he was hacking. Then the first night that we met him at the hotel, we were all like in the room, like the best, like top like I don't know 50 players in North America, just seeing how this kid did it, and we were all, our jaws just dropped. It was him showing us his mechanics. We're like, okay, he's not cheating. He's gonna murder every single one of us in this tournament, and he did. PUBG Mobile. Oh yeah, it's way different. Boxy, way different. It's not made by PUBG, the original company. It was made by Tencent. So this is how much money Tencent has. Tencent's like, hey, this is a pretty cool PC game. You know what? We're gonna make a mobile version. Actually, let's have 3 different versions of it. 2 from like 2 completely different like dev studios. So there's 3 versions of the game, if I remember correctly. Like the Timmy version, Lightspeed, Global, and then like the Korean variant. Somehow that, and wait, and the Chinese version. No, Chinese is Timmy. Yeah. And they had so much money to like throw at that game that it is a amazing mobile game. And they also like added like a skin gacha system too as well. So they're making a lot of money off it. Not only that, so Boxy in PUBG PC, one of the most brutal things about that game was at the time when it first came out, there was no matchmaking system. As in your first day, your first game, you could possibly be going up against Shroud. So PUBG PC, it's a brutal game. Like people play for like 100 hours, 300 hours before their first like win. It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. PUBG Mobile had the wisdom to like hire like game designers and like psychologists, and it totally got me. So what they did was like they added a matchmaking system, and they added a lot of bots. People criticize bots, but when you're first playing a mobile game, right? It's not like you have like mobile mechanics. Yeah, it's you want to inspire confidence in that player. So like your first 3 games, it's 100% bots, as in you are the only squad, and you don't really notice because like you're just so like trying not to die, right? You're trying to get the hang of the mechanics and stuff, and then after that, like the next like 5 games, they match you with like one other real squad. You know, like COD Mobile has bots. I'd be thinking, oh, it's god, but it was all Jabanius. Yes, yeah, and it's very clever. And the bots, they have like, no one's ever made a YouTube video about this, but bots are good for mobile games. Okay, hear me out. This is the reason why. Okay, first of all, performance. Okay, so the way that it works is that if you have a real player, you need to like one player has to like send data to the server, and the server has to send it to the other player, right? And this becomes like an exponential problem. So if you have 25 players, it's how many like each game tick, you need 25 times 25, 625 I think, like updates. And at 100 it quickly scales up and it gets bad, like the desync gets really bad. So they can eliminate that by having, let's say, 10 real players, and then the rest are bots that spawn in conveniently as needed, right? And they spawn in as needed, and those are server updates. It's a one-way transaction. It's a necessary optimization technique to give you the illusion of real-time play. It's absolutely necessary. It doesn't matter how fast your phone is. You can even have like 1 millisecond latency. It's absolutely required. So that's one reason. The second reason is it speeds up gameplay considerably. How? The first thing is campers. If you're like out in the middle of nowhere, okay, like the center of a circle or something, and you're just like, I don't know, hiding inside a bush, a bot will eventually spawn like 10 feet away from you and just start shooting you. And when they do that, it alerts other players. right? That's the meta, right? They're like, wait, someone's shooting at someone. We're gonna go for that third party, right? So it attracts players to you. That's the first thing that it does. The second thing that it does is it gives you loot. It significantly cuts down the looting. So the meta is so like at first you'll like just loot a building when you land, get like a pistol or a shotgun, and then ideally just like drive off and just like start mowing down like bots. And the bots give you like very good loot, like scopes and everything. So those are reasons why it's bots are like good. At the same time, there is like hardcore mode. That's when we had like 100 real players, and of course people complained about desync, but that's just limitation of technology and the way CS like scales. Yep, bots are just silly.